This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Hey, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Our question, what did you or do you eat that other people just don't understand? And here come those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Guys, when I was a kid, my after-school snack was Wheat Thins dipped in chocolate pudding. Not sure how I came up with that combo, but I stuck with it well into junior high. Have no desire to revisit that decision. That from Dan. Well, you get the salt and the sweet. Wheat Thins are amazing.
Yeah, but not with Wheat Thins, man.
Yeah.
And I cut little kids a little slack.
They're crazy.
You eat what's there.
And they're weird.
All the Macholas, what do I eat that most people just don't understand? Most eat peanut butter sandwiches with just peanut butter. I eat mayonnaise sandwiches. No ham, no cheese, nothing. Sometimes with 3 slices of bread for a triple decker.
Ooh.
When I tell people this, a look of great disgust appears on their faces, and it just brings a great big smile on mine. Stay beautiful, bitches. That from Rainier. Guys, I've had sour cream chicken since I was little. I'm 44 now. It's a big roasting pan with chicken, usually thighs, then covered with sour cream with mushrooms mixed in until the chicken is submerged. Then bake at 350 for about an hour and a half. You put the sour cream gravy over the thigh on the plate and also with some white rice. So good, that from Mark.
That's not so bad.
Subject is gizzard. Guys, it's a muscle birds use to crush and grind their food as they do not chew. They eat rocks and glass and fill it up, and then the food gets crushed. The rocks and stuff stay in there for the most part. It also has a thick leather layer. Like you got to peel it out before you cook it or when you butcher it.
Yummy.
That from Travis.
Okay.
Guys, I like ostrich burgers. Kangaroo burgers were sold out. My dad, he likes ketchup on his tacos. Oh, that from Kate. All the Macholas, I love Top Ramen with a can of chili and Velveeta. And I mean the cheap-ass packages of ramen. Now, this is not too far off from a Cincinnati chili.
No, it's real far off.
Well, you know what?
In principle.
You have pasta, as long as you're not using the broth from the ramen. So if you use the ramen noodles, then you pour the chili on top, and then cheese. I mean, that's not...
I'm with Miles.
That's the basis of Cincinnati chili,
And
except
I mean,
their chili has chocolate in it, but still.
And Velveeta in a can of chili is just a dip you can use tortilla chips with. So then this guy just took it to the next level and said...
Is that the next level?
You know what? He took it to a different level.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's just a lateral level.
As we
It
move
might
on,
be a lower level,
right.
but it's a different level.
It is a different level. Okay.
Move on to the birthday request. Hola, guys. It's our niece Ava Rose's birthday. We love watching her grow into the smart, funny, confident young lady she has become. Could you get a barbershop fish sandwich, please? That from Uncle Nick and Rebecca.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
Oh, but my son Declan having a birthday today. He's been a loyal listener since before he could remember. Mom, Dad, and Sis wish this crazy lacrosse goalie, Halo Fiend, and Lego Master an awesome birthday. He would love to hear all of the fish sandwiches. That from JW. How many fish sandwiches do we have in there, Mike?
A lot here. Hang on.
Get him. A fillet of fish sandwich.
I'll have a fish sandwich. Right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich?
As a person, like, we went to McDonald's or something, I order a fish sandwich, she'll bite the whole thing.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich?
I order a fish sandwich.
On the side.
Fish sandwich.
The fish sandwich, maybe some dill relish in the morning. At noon.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Wow.
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Nice work.
Nice work over there, Mike.
Yeah.
DJ Mike used to do weddings.
It's like leading an orchestra.
I know, man.
Guys, I wanted to wish my stepson, Braden, pronounced Bubba Lubba, a happy birthday. Could Coach Ted please psych him up? You guys rock. Thanks. That's from JT.
On anything?
Anything. How about his birthday dinner?
Woo! All right, Bubba Lubba. I don't know if you were listening to this show, but you better hope you're not getting any of that stuff for your birthday dinner. Now, it's a Friday. What's a good birthday dinner? You know, I think of the bird. And when I think of the bird, I think of the dirty bird. Talking about the Robin of Red. Sure, delicious burgers, great side dishes, onion rings, even good desserts. Sink your teeth into a burger, son.
That is great advice. Friday is my burger day.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when I think, people say Taco Tuesday or this, that, and the other, man, Friday's the day. That's what I had for lunch.
I thought it was Frickle Friday.
Well, they have those at Red Robin, too.
Mm-hmm. I don't like them.
Yeah.
You don't like frick? I don't know why I'm shocked.
It's a pickle.
I know. We've had this conversation.
Yeah.
I would rather eat a frickle than a pickle, but I don't like either.
All right, Dr. Seuss.
Guys, just want to give a birthday shout-out to my wonderful daughter, Amira. How about a little kid fish sandwich? Thanks, guys. That from Big B.
Fish sandwich.
Wow, he does.
Oh.
That's a McDonald's chocolate shake.
Nobody asked for that sound effect.
No.
Hey, man.
Live
it's
day.
here.
All the Cholos, and happy Friday to you all. First, I want to thank you guys for doing what you do. You guys have brought laughter and joy to my fiancé and I for many, many years and have contributed to many inside jokes and chuckles at other people's expense based on some of the topics you guys have discussed on the air. Today is her birthday. Her name is Ashley, pronounced the Haw for Smashley. She is 35 years old and a little bummed about her birthday. Doesn't feel like celebrating much, but anyway, it's pretty exciting about the big day. So how about a Suck It Up cupcake and the Dirty Germans talking about doing puzzles while enjoying some fine whiskey. Thank you guys. Keep on rocking. That from Dimitri.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Yeah, if you like doing puzzles so much, I have one in my pants. It's only 3 pieces. 2 berries, 1 twig. If you put them in the right place, you get the prize.
Yeah, this is Smashley. I like that nickname.
Yeah.
So you know what? We should do a puzzle. We should do a human puzzle. Let's play a little naked twister.
Yeah, I'm going to do the Chinese finger trap, except not my finger.
See,
and it's not really stuck. I just don't want to move it.
The other funny thing about this game of Twister is when you spin that thing that picks the color, it's just going to be my private.
If you play Twister with me, it always lands on black. And you didn't think that was one of the colors.
Yeah, mine lands on red as it gets fired up.
Yeah, or purple. By the way, Mike, someone says that fish sandwich remix was actually fire. Good job.
Straight fire, Mike. Straight fire.
Mike's on the decks.
Guys, can you please wish my beautiful wife, Chelsea, a happy birthday today? We had our first child this year, so a little kid fish sandwich with some dirty Germans talking about spooky things to do tonight would be awesome. Thanks, guys. You rock. That from Jono.
Fish sandwich.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be spooky. You just want to do decorations and put your candle in her gourd.
Yeah, so you know, speaking of this child, so recent, I think the spookiest thing would be to walk back down that hallway.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Boom, eat bitches. Writing in today to request a dirty birthday shout out for my brother-in-law, Ian, a.k.a. Slippers. He's a great guy who is very familiar with all things dirty as he drives a street sweeper around town every day. So with that in mind, can I get the dirty Germans for him? Thanks, guys. That from the Turbo Trucker. I believe that is the same Ian that got a birthday request as well from Jason and Betsy.
Yeah, I like his name, Slippers. It tells me you was the 8th dwarf. So dirty that they had to kick you out.
Yeah, so you know, so the one thing about Slippers is they're fun in the house, outside the house.
Yeah.
Always with the socks on because he's kinky.
And hardwood floors. Yeah.
Hold on, happy positive Friday, guys. Noah, you tall-ass freak show. Cheers and happy birthday, my friend. May I please get your penis is too small? Hey, cut that bitch off, next caller. And Coach Ted giving him a pre-game speech about how to properly attack someone's weenus in a bar. Thanks, gentlemen. That from Diane the Nudist.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Tell you what, Coach doesn't know a lot about, what was that word?
The weenus. It's the skin around the elbow.
Is that really what that is?
Yeah, that's why we call it the skin around your elbow, because weenus, you know.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, I do know about this. The easiest way to attack that, you want 2 beers, 2 shots. Now we're feeling good, we're feeling bold. Just walk up to any old person. You know, as a matter of fact, you pick the biggest dude in that bar. You walk over to him, and you squeeze that piece of skin, and you go, "You stinking weenus."
See how that goes over in COVID.
And make sure you can duck and run, too.
Make sure you have
me?
insurance. Did you grab my weenus?
Right? What the hell are you doing?
Oh, guys, today is my mom's 60th birthday. Tomorrow we are going skydiving to celebrate. My mom is Vicky, the wonderful driver. I'm happy to report she's been accident-free since you guys talked to her earlier this year. Thank God she isn't flying the plane tomorrow. Can my mom get the dirty Germans talking to her about becoming a better driver or giving up that license altogether? Thanks, guys. That from Andy Mack.
Yeah, you should just simply give up the license and spend your time with me, and they'll change your name to Sticky Vicky.
Yes, so I like
not too picky.
So I like the idea you're rubbing into also walls and everything, but yeah, maybe it's time you give up this license. So Andy's a nice boy, and he's very worried about his mother.
Although he knows tonight I'm going to crash into you.
Yeah, she's not that worried about his mother, though. He's taking a skydiving. Seems odd for an accident-prone lady.
Yeah, he does not obviously love his mother.
Yeah,
Vicky, if you are listening, check the chute. Your son is trying to kill you.
The parachute. Guys,
he's not even German, but he's dirty.
But he's dirty.
Guys, it's my dad, Jerome, pronounced White Jerome, 60th trip around the big brown ball of fire in the sky. He's an awesome father of 4 and the grandfather of 5. How about a Leroy Jenkins and the dirty Germans talking about classic cars? Thanks, guys. That from Jake.
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, when it comes to classic cars, I like the muscle cars because I like big muscles. And also, particularly, I like the Mustang because it is hung like a horse.
Yeah. So I like those old school cars that have the big fins on the back. It reminds me of that one time I got central with a fish.
Yeah, the one time.
So, okay. It's like you never had fun with Flipper either.
He is not a fish.
Yeah, I guess he's a mammal.
Yeah, it's a dolphin always smiling. With his beady little eyes.
Blowing the things out of his hole.
Yeah, if you rub it just right, he does good things.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Couple extra emails. This one says, good morning, Mike. I want to thank you for the great advice that you gave Jackson about making Eagle Scout yesterday during his birthday request. We listened to it 3 times in a row, and he was just as pumped about scouting last night after hearing it. I only made Star, so I'm just a little bitch, but I know Jax wants it bad. He was in the Cubs since first grade, and there is no doubt in my mind that he will go all the way. Once again, thanks, Mike, and have a Billy Badass Day. That from Pat the Dad, Sergeant Dewey, United States Marine Corps, retired.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah, he's
Miles, you at least made life, didn't you?
The Marine is the little bitch in the family.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because he didn't get far enough in the Boy Scouts.
I don't know if that's...
I'll never live that down, man.
I don't know if that's...
They made fun of me every day.
I did 18 tours, and they're like, wait, you're not an Eagle Scout?
Guys, as far as what you
How
had
did you get this rank, Dewey?
I don't answer to you.
As far as what you had to deal with at work, guys, old guy comes into the store with his wife to shop in their 70s after they had been in there for a while. We hear him call from the bathroom for his wife.
Oh, boy.
She goes in, and we notice a trail of diarrhea for about 50 feet leading to the bathroom. After we gave him some Depends, his wife took him out. Oh, my God. He had sprayed 3 walls, toilet, and the floor. Store manager, remember the meat department cleanup kid was on shift, had him clean the department with bleach, foam guns, and pressure washer. So much poop, and thank God bathrooms gave drains in the floor. Also, guys, my grandma, she had cancer and started on morphine. The opioid had the usual effect and backed her up for a week. When it finally passed, she told everyone about the 15-inch turd that stuck out of the top, Cobra style. Never told me how she got it to flush. Rest in peace. That from the IT guy, a.k.a. the High Plains Drifter. 15-incher that stuck out of the top, Cobra style.
And she told everyone. And then flatlined.
I've never heard that.
I did a 15-incher.
Stuck out Cobra style. Oh, God. Olabichellas, regarding yesterday's question about what I had to deal with at work, I've been in the aviation maintenance field for 30 years. The lavatories and the older commercial jets each use their own holding tank, much like a honey or a porta potty. There are 2 primary issues that you know ahead of time would require you to, quote, suit up, or at the very least wear some quality rubber gloves. The first is a report of the lavatory not flushing. The pump which produced the flush fluid, which is just recirculating the contents in the holding tank, might have failed. The pump is enclosed in a screen to prevent big chunks from entering the pump. Everything you can imagine was stuck to the screen. Yum. Second common issue was the lavatory holding tank not holding fluid. In this case, the dump valve in the holding tank is probably being held open by something stuck under the valve. You suit up, you pull the valve, you dig into the holding tank to remove whatever is blocking the valve. Usually it's a baby diaper, tampon, whatever, double yum. The scariest part of working in the lavatory was hoping you never cut yourself. Then there was the time-consuming part of cleaning all your tools with alcohol after completing the job. Good times rock on. That from Keith. Keith. I called him Keith.
Keith. You're going to ask his name, Keith?
Oh, Keith. That's
Chief
a cool
Keith,
name, yeah.
for our Baltimore audience.
And one more from the coworker situation, guys. I was working for a tavern, and the owner was buying a new location. Well, I had the honor of kitchen manager at the new location, which meant that I was responsible for getting this filthy kitchen in order while professionals remodeled the front of the house. They were kind enough to lend me one of their crew. First, we had to remove all the equipment. A reach-in cooler was hardwired in. I said, hey, let's check and see if the power's off. He grabbed his wire cutters, cut the wires. The power was not cut off. We renamed him Clip. Later, after we got all the equipment out of the kitchen, the grease and dirt behind the hot line was easily a 1/4 inch thick. We decided to use an acid while my crew was getting goggles, face masks, gloves, the whole thing on. Clip opens the acid and just starts pouring it everywhere. My crew and I ran out of the kitchen while the white fumes started filling. Clip did survive, but luckily I was able to kick him out of the kitchen before he killed any of us. Stay beautiful, guys. That from Elliot. I believe it's time that we go back in time to the last time that we played Ted versus the FCC. So if we could, let's go back in time.
Time. Lucy plays with all chalks, but can't get her fill of Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy's pushy and needs Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy keeps her chalk in her gaping glass bowl.
3 times fast.
Lucy plays with all chalks, but can't get her fill of Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy's pushy and needs Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy keeps her chalks in her gaping glass bowl.
What?
Lucy plays with all chalks, but can't get her fill of Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy's pushy and needs Chuck's big, black, long, hard chalk. Lucy keeps her chalks in a gaping glass bowl.
2.
Lucy plays with all chalks, but can't get her fill of Chuck's big, black, long, hard chalk. Lucy's pushy and needs Chuck's long, big, black, hard chalk. Lucy keeps her chalk in a gaping glass bowl.
We got a win last week at Ted versus the FCC. Let's do it again.
And now, everyone's favorite daytime game show, where one person could lose $325,000 and their job, or win, and walk away with nothing. It's time for Ted versus the FCC.
That's right. Time for Ted versus the FCC. What a late night we had last night. We had so many tongue twisters. Brainstorming session was off the chain, as they used to say back in the 90s.
Because of all the trucker speed we were doing.
That's exactly right.
Couldn't sleep and kept talking.
But lo and behold, we came in today, and would you know it, there's a listener submitted Ted versus the FCC.
Son of a... If we had known, we wouldn't have stayed up so late.
And it actually comes from a guy named Awesome Steve. Steve
right.
sent this in. Yeah, so...
I don't remember sending that.
We are going to go...
Wish I knew one.
With a listener submitted Ted versus the FCC, because as you know, and as we always say, the listener comes first. This week's Ted versus the FCC goes something like this. I have a tick in my mouth. It's a big, thick tick. I like big, thick ticks in my mouth. Black ticks are better. I want a big, black, thick tick in my mouth. The way we play Ted versus the FCC is you need to read that one time through and then 3 times fast.
Ted, you don't look very enthusiastic this week.
Well, this is a good way to get Lyme's disease.
That's a really good point.
Lemon Lyme's disease. I like Sprite, dog.
I have a tick in my mouth. From the top. I have a tick in my mouth. It's a big, thick tick. I like big, thick ticks in my mouth. Black ticks are better. I want a big, black, thick tick in my mouth.
3 times fast.
I have a tick in my mouth. It's a big, thick tick. I like big, thick ticks in my mouth. Black ticks are better. I want a big, black, thick tick in my mouth.
1.
I have a tick in my mouth. It's a big, thick tick. I like big, thick ticks in my mouth. Black ticks are better. I want big, black, thick tick in my mouth.
2.
I have a tick in my mouth. It's a big, thick tick. I like big, thick ticks in my mouth. Black ticks are better. How about a big, black, thick tick in my mouth?
There we go. There's another one in the win column in Ted versus the FCC. You are listening to the Men's Room.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
All right, let's clear this garage. Start a pile here for donations, one over here for recycling, and one more over here for trash. Hang on, what are you doing?
Recycling?
We may need that paint one day, and that can't be recycled.
First, this can looks older than me. And second, paintcare.org says you can.
Paintcare.org. Let me see. Oh, and there's a drop-off site close by. And it's free? Nice.
Dad, no.
The Men's Room is in progress. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Get ready to go there. Get the shot glasses out. Coming up here, we will drink and toast in the shot of the day into the weekend on a Positive Friday.
Positive Friday.
And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a woman on TikTok is going viral for telling the story about how her thong almost killed her.
On the tickety-tocketies?
On the tickety-tocketies.
How her thong almost killed her?
Yeah, it caused an abscess on her butt.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Like a bikini thong or just like thong underwear?
I'm not working on it, Ted.
She has an abscess on her butt. It's not sexy.
I'm engaged.
Now, once he's married, he'll be investigated. Let me tell you the whole story.
I'm going to tell you all about it. I don't know how people get abscesses. Did it clog some sort of a vein or a pore?
Did she wear it for a month straight?
Right.
Good God.
How does one get an abscess?
I don't know.
Now, Miles going to go work on it. All right. Yep. A cathedral in London hosted a memorial service for an enormously popular cat that recently died.
Oh, why was the cat popular?
That's a good question, Thrill.
You have no idea. So it's just a popular cat.
That's right. They really, really, really liked this cat, and so they're going to hold a memorial service, which, if it's a member of the community, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm wondering what this cat did.
Right.
Was it the big cathedral, like right down there in London?
There you go. Yeah.
But I will say this: when I was in London, I went by there's a statue of a cat.
Huh?
Like by the courthouse and everything.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, they used to feed him oysters.
Well, that's where the cat hung out. Like, great
I'm just
life,
thinking,
right?
like, even if you get into like the college culture, some of them have mascots. Well,
Sure.
if the mascot gets old and then they pass away, obviously you're going to have some sort of a service for it, right?
Sure. But this is just like a cat that everyone knew.
That's right.
Look, there was a, what was it? There was
Joey the cat.
There was a dolphin that has been showing up in this one area in Europe somewhere. I can't remember what the story was, but the thing just stopped showing up. But this was a dolphin that everybody knew, everybody went up to, tourist boats went up to, fishermen, they would follow everybody, and now the thing's disappeared. People are losing their mind.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Where's our dolphin?
Circle of life.
Right. Yeah.
A drunk driver got out of a DUI by saying that his girlfriend died.
Oh, I read this yesterday.
He got out of it, though?
He got out of it, yeah. They let him go. They felt so bad for him. He was heartbroken because his girlfriend had just died.
Well, the idea was he was drinking. He admits that.
Right.
But he's at home, and he gets this frantic phone call from his girlfriend. So it's not that he wanted to drive, but he wanted to get from his place to her place. And he thinks, she's dying.
That's right.
And so she died. And so when he went to court, they were like, look, we get it. Like, we get it. So, again, his statement is like, I'm at home, I'm drinking. I get this call from her, you know, and I got to do what I can to get to her place. But that's why I was drunk behind the wheel.
Okay.
But
Was she really dying?
There's a little bit of a follow-up here. He was busted for perjury after cops went to his house and she opened the door.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, see, that was the problem.
Thank you, Jesus.
There's the kicker.
She's back.
It's like Lazarus.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, exactly. So the problem was, like, he gave the story, and they go, man, we completely understand. Right. So even in court, they threw it out. And you know what tipped it off? They said there was like a clerk who was working at the court. She's filing the paperwork and realized the date that he gave that she was dead, the prescription for whatever drug she actually is on, was dated like 2 weeks later.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, well, somebody picked it up.
See,
and it's not a drug that you get addicted to, so...
Here's the thing, is now you are officially the jackass that is the reason why the courts won't take it easy on anybody.
Right.
Right, because that was actually, that made a lot of sense. Yeah. Look, my girlfriend's dying. I'm drunk already. I need to go get down there to her. I'm sorry. My bad. She's passed away. Now I'm distraught. That makes sense. Right. Now the courts can't take it easy on you because you could be lying your ass off. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Or you got to really be dead.
That's right.
Basically, he ruined an excuse.
Baby, don't answer the door for a few weeks.
Do not answer the door.
I mean, it's also part of court.
Yeah, true.
Everybody's got to prove their side.
Mm-hmm. Police in Michigan caught someone trying to transport a bunch of stolen cars using a car hauler attached to a semi-truck.
Come on, man.
Good work, man.
I mean, what did you think was going to happen?
Right. I have no doggone idea. Nestle, are you ready for this, Mr. Hill? Nestle is releasing a new milk that tastes like, you guessed it, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, I'm in.
Sounds great.
Man.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
It is.
How crazy would that be to put that milk in that cereal, though? It'd be an explosion of cinnamon.
It would be too much.
Thank you. I was about to say that.
Like cinnamon toast, like
the creamer makes sense for coffee.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, there's some applications to that.
But would you pour liquid chocolate on a chocolate bar?
I might do that.
No.
But the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is too much. I'm trying to give an analogy, but I can't say it on the radio. But and you're like, yeah, right? But in that moment, it needs to stop.
That's right.
You follow me?
All right.
There's a beginning and
It's
end.
like, it's really good.
Like
but
after it's...
Yeah, it's just after you know.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you gotta stop. So, some of you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it is. Like, it's really good, but it's too much good.
Going above and beyond isn't always a good thing. A woman that was in labor stopped on the way to the hospital to vote.
Got back in her car, drove to the hospital, gave birth.
Right, hang on. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, she wasn't in, like, what is it, Georgia or something. Got to wait in line for 8 hours.
Oh, my God. That would be awful.
I'm having this baby, but I'm voting.
Clear it away.
Miles, the dolphin you were talking about, the dolphin's name is Fungi or something like that. Yeah. From Dingle, Ireland.
Can't find him.
Fungi over there.
People are distraught about that.
Well, I believe it. If it's a wild animal,
right,
and the whole town gets excited about it, at some point, that wild animal,
they made a whole...
Sit your kids down and explain the circle of life.
They made a whole movie. There was a serious investigation after Snowflake, when disappeared. They had to hire Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, that dolphin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. People are serious about this. This one here says, can your zodiac sign predict what your favorite Halloween candy is?
No.
Let's try.
That's right. You know what, Ted? I like your style.
All right.
Let's give it a shot. Why not? So I actually do have the list here, as well as all of the zodiac signs here. So Ted, let's start with you. What is your zodiac sign?
Well, hang on. I'm trying to think what my favorite candy is.
Okay. I think you're Sagittarius, correct?
Negative. I'm a Capricorn.
Capricorn. All right.
I'm going to say Reese's.
I'll just say that for all of them.
I know. It's Reese's or Twix.
You ready for this, Ted? I don't know when the last time you had this is, but it's time to give it another roll. The worst candy in the world. The Capricorns love candy corn.
You suck, Capricorn.
It says because Capricorns are traditional.
Yeah, well, you know what? I looked up in the stars and I saw a bunch of crap.
Give it another test, Ted. It is fate.
Traditional guy going to buy a Take 5.
Miles, you're a Gemini?
Aquarius.
You're an Aquarius. I'm going to get
You're good at this.
I'm so
Mike,
good
are
at
you a
this right here.
psychic?
As you can tell, I don't know any of this. Aquarius, are you ready for this, Miles? When is the last time you had Pop Rocks?
Never. Well, once. We had something in studio that we used them with.
Soda or something like that?
No, I take that back. I've had Pop Rocks at the Triangle in Fremont. They used to do Jell-O shots with Pop Rocks on top. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It was awesome. Phenomenal.
They nailed it.
Phenomenal.
All right, Miles, we got to get you a packet of Pop Rocks. It's time for you to realize your
But then
destiny.
again, I'm doing a Jell-O shot.
So it says here, we can do both. It says because it's the most eccentric and unique candy. So Miles is the most eccentric and unique among us.
I had a nickname Pop Rock for a while because a woman at the bar offered to service me with Pop Rocks.
All right.
I turned her down.
I can't imagine it's good. I don't need I can't imagine I don't need explosives there.
Shut your whore mouth. I did not like what she looked like, so I turned her down, but I've been intrigued by the idea ever since.
Hey, baby, I got Pop Rocks.
Oh, you met her then?
All right, Mr. Hill, you're a Taurus.
I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries. All right. Instead, I'll go over here to Taurus. Damn it. Wow. When is the last time you've had a hot tamale?
When I was 3 and I hated it.
I know. They
hate hot tamales. Who the hell put this list together?
They ruined tamales for me because I grew up. I became a man, and they said, hey, there's tamales in the kitchen. I went, that sucks.
Right. Hot tamales.
And Mike, you're a what? Scorpio, Sag, Cusper?
You nailed it, Ted. With the first one, I'm a Scorpio. No, but hot tamales, I'm not a fan, but it does say about hot tamales because you have a fiery personality with lots of energy and enthusiasm.
Well, no, they make me angry. I think they're misunderstanding.
I like hot tamales like
really
other cousin.
Oh,
Mike and Ike.
They're better.
Love Mike and Ike's.
Yeah.
Mike and Ike's are great.
Mike, you got a birthday coming up next month, don't you?
Yeah, kind of.
31?
Ah, the big
30.
30?
30.
You're turning 30?
I'm hitting 30.
That's a horrible time to have that in the middle of this crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing worse is 40.
There's nothing you can do. What are you going to do?
Oh, I'm sure I'll find something.
I bet you don't.
Break out the Pop Rocks.
I will. You bet.
Really? Okay.
And it's lots of fun.
Yeah.
Jello shots and Pop Rocks. All right, so what is a Scorpio like? Let's find out.
Snickerdoodle shots.
Oh, yes, Ted. Fantastic. He and I had Snickerdoodle shots to ring in the new year, actually. See where that got us. Scorpio over here.
Yeah, don't do that again this year.
Oh, okay. Scorpios are for warheads. I'm a fan of the warhead.
Oh, warheads kick ass.
You bet, man. It says because they're intense and Scorpios are brave. You're damn right I am. Couple, I'm just going to run down here real quick because I know people are interested in theirs. The Taurus is the one that gets the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Oh, boo.
All right.
It says, it says it might be fairly accurate just because it's a lot of people's favorite candy. Geminis, you get the deliciousness known as Swedish fish.
Ooh, I like a Swedish fish.
I like
don't
Swedish
so much.
fish.
It just sticks too much in your teeth.
Yes.
It says Geminis and Swedish fish both get a bad rap, but in reality, they're sweet as can be.
Ooh.
Cancer, are you ready for this? This is my sister.
Cigarettes.
Cancer gets Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, I like Sour Patch Kids.
Because they're sour, then they're sweet.
Ted, the only thing you haven't liked so far is candy corns that seem to represent your birthday.
That's correct. And hot tamales. Screw those things. Leos, you guys get one of my favorites, Skittles, because everyone loves Leos and everyone loves Skittles.
You like Skittles, Ted?
You know I do.
They're fantastic.
You can't stand them.
Oh, Miles.
Skittles are terrible.
You know what? That's your new nickname.
Just sit there.
Skittle. That's overrated.
You just sit there with your Pop Rocks.
Hey, Skittles.
Skittles.
Did you play golf this weekend, Skittles?
Yes.
For all you Virgos out there, you get the nastiness known as Almond Joy.
That's another terrible.
It says because Virgos are practical, health conscious, and modest. I don't know why
And you
Mounds.
suck.
I don't know why Mounds and Almond Joy exist. That
They
is
need to drop
terrible.
the joy from Almond Joy.
Right.
Here, I'm going to nickname you Mounds then.
Here, you know what we can do with this bar of coconut that we've dipped in chocolate? Put nuts on it. Yay. Libra, you guys get Kit Kats because
All right.
because liberals love to share, and
That's
Kit Kats come in
tolerable.
2s or 4s.
Libras?
Libras. You know a Libra that doesn't like to share, Ted?
I
Let's
don't
see.
even know what month these are, to be honest with you.
No.
My
That's why I was
father's a
just guessing.
Libra, and I could not ever eat his apple jelly when I was growing up. He did not share that with me. The grape jelly's yours. Hey, the purple stuff in the big jar, you can have that. Do not touch my apple jelly. There's no joke about that.
Sorry.
Apple jelly's good.
I discovered that, but it was so good I couldn't have it.
Sagittarius, you get the often underappreciated saltwater taffy.
It's all right.
I
mean,
like
it's
saltwater
fine.
taffy. I got a jar of it at home.
Saltwater taffy's good. I just don't know on Halloween as a kid. I was like, I hope I get taffy.
Well, you never hope it, but you're never disappointed to see it.
But that's more like a Laffy Taffy or an Airhead time of year.
Yeah.
Get your season straight, man.
Right, come on, man. Get it.
It's not summertime.
It says because you're open-minded and don't care if it's not very popular.
Or good.
And then finally we get the Pisces, and they get... Boy, I thought I was playing double bubble gum.
It's fine. Bubblegum's all right.
Pisces are intelligent and, quote, big-time gum chewers due to gum's known effects on
I've had
focus and memory.
gum. I can't tell you the last time I had bubblegum.
Yeah, that's a much different
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Double Bubble's there when you need 10 minutes of flavor.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
And Hubba Bubba grape.
Ooh, like a Hubba Bubba.
Hubba Bubba.
Back to some good news stories here. An 18-year-old bagging groceries in Kentucky gave an older man $35 after he saw that he couldn't afford all of his groceries.
Damn.
Nice. That's very cool.
Good man. A new survey found that 62% of college students have been drinking less during the pandemic.
They're not going out.
But they can't afford it.
You can only drink so
Right.
much at home.
That's exactly
I mean, honest
it.
to God, you do that for the social aspect of things.
We need help.
No football, no tailgates, no parties for those
No
things,
parties.
no fraternities, no sororities. I mean, all the reasons that you get together kind of evaporated. So.
Also, this obviously not in my family, but I think it's because their parents have been drinking more.
Yes.
And it also says classic toys have made a comeback during the pandemic.
Oh, absolutely.
And board games and puzzles and all the things.
Yeah, because people are bored to hell.
That's
All
right.
Let's go fly a kite. Sounds great.
Someone in Scotland called police about a masked man carrying a machete, but this will shock you.
What will shock you?
It was not a machete.
Oh, it's not a machete.
What was
Ooh,
it?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now, but first it is a positive Friday in the weekend, and we made it to drinking time.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.